Hi friends, in this video I am going to explain about the principle of polarography. Okay, let's see the principle of polarography. This method was developed by Czech Republic chemist. It is known as Jaroslav Heledsky. Jaroslav Heledsky. Polarography method was developed by Jaroslav Heledsky. This technique useful for qualitative analysis and as well as quantitative analysis of electro-reducible oxidizable element. Means both qualitative and quantitative analysis can be done by using polarography. Qualitative means identification of the element. Here quantitative means how much amount of N light present in the sample. Both can be done by polarography. For electro-reducible oxidizable elements means whenever we are applying power potential to voltage to these substances, here it should be oxidized, it should be reducible. Okay, both here redox reaction will be takes place. For those kind of substances only we can estimate by polarography. Okay, then let's see. The principle involved in the polarography is gradually increasing negative potential is applied between two electrodes which are present in the solution to be analyzed. Okay, you can see the principle involved in the polarography is we have to apply gradually increasing negative potential. Negative potential at voltage. We have to apply the voltage in increasing order. Okay, between two electrodes which are present in solution. These two electrodes present in solution to be analyzed. Okay, one of the electrode is known as polarizable electrode. Another electrode is known as non-polarizable electrode. Here, polarizable electrode, the example is dropping mercury electrode. In the polarography, we will use dropping mercury electrode. Other name of polarizable electrode example is dropping mercury electrode. It acts as a cathode. It acts as a here dropping mercury electrode acts as a cathode, and dropping mercury electrode it is also known as indicator electrode or also known as micro electrode. Indicator electrode and micro electrode. Then other is non-polarizable electrode which is mercury pure. It acts as a anode. It acts as a anode and which is known as reference electrode, and it is also known as macro electrode. Okay, here potential or negative potential is applied between these two electrodes which are present in the solution, and current produced in the solution is recorded. Then while you applying voltage between these two electrodes, when these two are present in the solution, then the current will be produced in the solution. The current have to be measured. It gives information about qualitative and as well as quantitative analysis. How you can see, then plot a graph between current and applied voltage. Then as the voltage increases, current will be produced now. Then we have to plot a graph between applied voltage versus current to get sigmoid shape current voltage curve. Sigmoid shape current voltage curve, which is called polarogram. Here you can see. Here on x-axis we have taken applied voltage, and y-axis current. As the voltage applied to the solution, the current will be produced. Okay, here if you plot a graph between these two, you will get sigmoid shape. You can see S shape. Okay, it is sigmoid shape. So sigmoid shape curve will be obtained. That curve is known as polarogram. The instrument which is using for the measurement, are known as polarograph. The instrument name is polarograph, and and the technique is known as polarography. Polarogram is the current voltage curve, sigmoid shape curve, and instrument is the polarograph, and the technique is polarography. Then from the graph, what we need to identify here, from the current voltage curve, half wave potential, which is denoted by E suffix of, and diffusion current has to be measured. These are two important things. Half wave potential and diffusion current has to be measured in the current voltage curve. Okay, what is half wave potential will give? Half wave potential is characteristic to the element or functional group. Okay, and functional group present in the sample. Here half wave potential is characteristic or specific to the element, specific to the functional group present in the sample. Then it gives information about qualitative, because if you know the element present in the sample, if you know the function group present in the sample, if you identify those, that is related to the qualitative analysis. Here half-wave potential is valid to the element to element. Okay, one element will give one kind of half-wave potential, and other element may vary other half-wave potential. That is specific to the element. So if you measure half-wave potential, that is qualitative analysis. Then diffusion current denoted by I suffix d, it is directly proportional to the concentration of the analyte in the solution, hence used for quantitative analysis. For measurement of diffusion current it is directly proportional to the concentration of the analyte present in the solution, directly proportional. Hence, if you measure diffusion current, you can know the concentration of the sample. Then it is quantitative analysis. Means both qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis can be done by polarization technique by measuring of half-wave potential and as well as diffusion current. Here, once you look at the graph, here applied voltage on x-axis and current on y-axis. We have to measure the current which is produced in the solution. You will get a sigmoid shaped curve. You can observe here from A to B, small current is produced. Small current is produced. That is I suffix R. I suffix R, which is known as residual current. Residual current. Then here, this is known as half wave potential. This half wave, this is specific to the functional group EF. Then here from B to D, if you observe from point B to and point D, here sudden change in the graph means sudden increase in the current. Sudden increase in the current, that is due to the sample. Okay, that is due to the sample. Then this is from point D to E, there is the IL, I suffix L. This is I suffix L is the limiting current. Limiting current means behind, if you here in this point, as the voltage increases, the current will not be increased. Here you can get constant curve, constant line. As the voltage increasing also, you cannot get current. You cannot cannot be increased in the solution. Cannot produce. That is limited. Already reached final. Okay. Then the difference between diffusion current and residual current is known as, the difference between limiting current and diffusion residual current is known as diffusion current. Here ID diffusion current. The difference between limiting current and residual current is known as diffusion current. Here this is IR residual current, EF half wave potential, ILD diffusion current, IL is the limiting current. Generally, residual current is due to the impurities present in the sample. Impurities and as well as supporting electrolyte that we use now, that is KCl. Okay. Here in the next class, I will explain about the instrumentation of the polarization, and the main thing is everybody should remember this graph. Here, this is indicating graph B to D sudden increasing the current, that is diffusion current. The difference between the limiting current and residual current is known as diffusion current. If you measure diffusion current, that is directly proportional to the concentration. If you measure EF, that is qualitative aspect, means that is specific to the functional group or element present in the sample. Okay, this is the principle of polarization. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and please share this video to your friends. Thank you.